Request concurrence on these Senate amendments. Thank you.
Dr. Halderman.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. A point that has repeatedly been raised by several religious groups that have approached my office is that California would become one of only 3 total states. We'd join the ranks of Mississippi and West Virginia to have no religious exemption for those who practice outside of allopathic medicine. So what we're saying to those who practice, for example, the recognized religion of Christian Science is, well, it's okay because you could go to a nurse instead. Well, that's actually a violation of their right to practice their religion, which does not recognize allopathic medicine regardless of degree. This actually is a restriction on the ability to practice one's faith. It is unconstitutional, and I would be careful about supporting a measure that is not a direction our state wants to go. I urge a no vote.
Mr. Donnelly.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, members. You know, there's just got to be a limit at some point as to how far we wish to force government to intrude into our lives. I mean, this is a deeply personal decision whether or not you want to vaccinate your child. That's your business as a parent. But as my colleague mentioned, it's also, in some cases, for some folks, this is an actual First Amendment issue, that the state shall not prohibit the free exercise of religion. And if your religion, your faith, demands that you not use vaccinations and do other things, then that should be respected here. And I you know, for a body that declares dissent and tolerance as some of the highest values, I find it shocking that this bill would get any votes. I think it is critically important that in this body we support the right of a parent to choose. Isn't that what we talk about? I mean, I hear all the time the freedom of choice, that you know, we want people to be able to make choices about their medical decisions. And yet here we have the government forcing the decision on the parents. And I can't even begin to understand the inconsistency, the hypocrisy of supporting this and then at the same time turning around and talking about being in favor of choice and freedom to do whatever you want to do with your body, and yet here you want to dictate as the government, as the state government, a decision on parents. And I think that it's important that each of us search our conscience and try to be consistent with the principles that we claim to espouse. I urge a no vote.
Mr. Monning.